Hello, my name is Skip, and this is from the Fourth Row's review of Trance. Now, as you start watching Trance, you're brought into this world by James McAvoy. Now, James McAvoy plays a character by the name of Simon, and he works for a art auction house, and he explains the whole nuts and bolts operation of what they do and how they prevent robberies and so forth and whatnot. Well, while he's explaining it, a robbery of a very valuable painting happens. And so where the viewer of Trance is watching this while he's talking about it. Now he's narrating what's going on while the movie's going on as well. So what we do here is we have Vincent Cassel, and he leads a group of guys who has an elaborate plan to steal this priceless painting. And little do we know that James McAvoy's Simon is in on the plan with Vincent Cassel's Frank. But what happens is he doesn't necessarily go along with the plan, and Vincent Cassel hits him over the head with a gun. And so in doing so, Simon ends up in the hospital with loss of memory. And that doesn't go over so well with Frank. So what he ends up having to do is go to a medium so she can pull the memories out of his head, because she deals with people with all kinds of mental illnesses, and amnesia is just another mental illness that she's going with. And she's played by Rosario Dawson. Now, Rosario Dawson, she ends up figuring out pretty quickly what's going on. Elizabeth ends up figuring out pretty quickly what's going on. And so she gets embroiled into this whole world of art auctions and crooks and this whole thing, because this is an adventure for her. This is totally different than sitting in an office talking to people with illnesses, trying to help them. But she doesn't necessarily know what's going on either. And by the end of this movie, nobody, I'm watching this movie and I'm sitting to myself, I couldn't tell you what was going on. And I had been watching this movie for about I don't know, an hour and 30 minutes. That's how in-depth and how intricate the layers and the depths of this movie are. That Danny Boyle brings us into this world of art auctions and psychic mediums, and he puts it all together in an intricate way, in a seamless way, where you're on the edge of your seat while there's a lot of relationship things start to happen with both Frank and Simon and Elizabeth at different times. And so there's so many different angles and stuff going on with these characters. You still have not figured out what's going to happen at the end of this movie until the very end of this movie, and that's what makes this movie such a great movie. Danny Boyle is one of my favorite directors, and 27 Hours, Trainspotting, Slumdog Millionaire, he has done a great job. And I think for his first movie back after doing the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, I think he does a great job. Usually this time of year we don't get these kinds of gems, and so I'm so happy to say this is a big see it for Trance. And if you haven't seen a Danny Boyle movie, you are in for a treat. He is a really good director, and he brings you into this really cool world of trance. This is Skip, and this has been from the Fourth Row's review of Trance.